As individual protests, they are not large, but in key states across the country, there are street corners that look like this. Both sides believe democracy is under attack. This is the side entrance to Pennsylvania's convention center. Mr. Biden and Mr. Trump know their route to the White House passes through it. Inside, they continue to count the votes through the morning. Across the state, Mr. Trump's lead has been narrowing as the tally comes in. At one stage, a media tour of the count itself was offered by officials.
Just come with me and we'll get started.
So we've got to cancel it?
Ongoing litigation.
Why?
Because I've just been instructed to.
But after a phone call, it was cancelled with no explanation. Back outside, Mr. Trump's 2016 campaign manager turned up with Florida's former Attorney General, a Trump loyalist, and a court order.
Give us details of what you are alleging.
This is an order from a judge that allows us access to this building so our people can monitor what's taking place. We thank you guys for the opportunity to be here.
And you're going in now?
We're going in right now. That's what the judge says we can do. We're going to follow the law. We're going to go and make sure that democracy doesn't die in darkness. That's what we're going to do. Okay.
I got it. So you don't know there's been any fraud, you just want to check?
We'll find out. What are we trying to hide?
Well, yesterday you said fraud had taken place.
Let's go see.
And with that, he disappeared. The gatherings on both sides grew a little, separated by a police line.
Observers from the Department of Justice are in there.
No, you want to have a Democrat and a Republican to look at the vote and decide if they're valid.
I think they should count every vote that is legal. Let's make it fair and square. I absolutely think that Mr. Biden will prevail in this city.
Inside, the count was paused briefly to make space for Mr. Trump's monitors in compliance with the order, but it wasn't enough for the president's team.
They will not give us access, and the sheriff has decided not to come down here to enforce that court order. The sheriff of your county will not come down and enforce a court order. What is going on in this city?
On the other side of the country in Las Vegas, Nevada, the president's men had a witness who they asked to detail alleged fraud there.
I went to vote and was told I already voted. I pursued the matter, and in years past, I always voted in person. This time, they mailed out the ballot, and somebody took my ballot.
Just like Pennsylvania, Nevada is tight and it is disputed.
What a spectacle this is then of American democracy today, made for TV appearances by lawyers, and two such opposing visions and judgments of what's true and what's not.
The revolution will not be televised.
Behind the competing protests, all the unfinished counts continue. They will conclude soon, but it won't end there. Mark Stone, Sky News in